Hello, I'm Toycat, and this is Seed Sunday, the weekly series I usually run on my channel where I show some of the best and most interesting seeds that do exist for Minecraft on the console. In today's video though, I won't be doing exactly that. Instead, I figured I'd do something a lot of people have asked, but that doesn't really make too much sense in my opinion, but I figured it would be a great way to explain the point I'm going to be making with today's video about how Minecraft console seeds are kind of broken and don't work the same way you would think before. And although it's really good that they're broken in this particular way, it does create problems for, seed showcases like Seed Sunday, or even just, getting a seed of a friend that you think is really great, because the problem with Minecraft seeds right now is that a blank seed is just so much better than, the average seed you're usually going to get, and I figured the best way to prove that is with a live Seed Sunday, where I show off a seed which I'm seeing myself for the first time, but I can prove some points about how amazing this random seed we're loading up for the first time is, compared to a seed that, I load up for the 500th seed I'm checking the week if I'm trying to do it myself. So, again, that might sound confusing, but just kind of trust me when I say this is going to make a good point. Hopefully you're all to enjoy it. Like the video if you do, because it helps out the channel a lot, and let's know you do like Seed Sunday, even when it's a confusing concept where, again, the seed's going to be on screen like right now, but I can't see it till the end of it. But yeah, here's me going through this seed for the first time and showing you just how amazing a random seed is. So why is that such a problem? I think it's actually not a problem. I think it's really great for the game at large, but I think it's bad for if you're the sort of person that really likes to see the best of the best seeds, or, you like Seed Sunday, or you just want to share seeds with your friends when you're like, oh yeah, I typed in, leopard, and isn't it funny, there's this thing that looks like a leopard, or I typed in, ice temple, and there's like 4, like temples and ice climbs or something like that. So if you're the sort of person who likes those sorts of stories, it's something that's become less and less prevalent, and again, I'm going to be explaining why that is, why that affects Seed Sunday, what the problem is, and how to fix it, I guess, in today's video. But first, let's show off this random seed. So again, the seed's going to be on screen somewhere in the video. I can't see it, this is my first time checking it out, but to make some big, make some big guesses about this seed right now. As you can see, we spawn in a tiger biome, and I think that somewhere on this map there is a mushroom biome, like a 1 in like 50 or 100 spawn chance. I reckon it's going to be on this seed anyway. I also reckon there's going to be lots of icy, biomes of some form, so lots of snow to be found, and there's probably also going to be a desert in here, maybe a mesa too, almost certainly some form of natural structure, whether it's a desert temple or a village or a ocean monument. One of those things is going to spawn here, in addition to that sort of stuff. Again, a random seed we've just loaded up, and there's no way for me to know that's all going on, but let me show you exactly what's oh wait, is that a mushroom biome? Okay, so immediately, you see you spawn in this really nice, Spruce Forest. Again, pretty great stuff, with a really, the light ocean, the shallow ocean, where you get access to clay, as well as some random holes which go down, and whoa, these are actually pretty deep, which are great access to, like, iron and coal. So that's pretty interesting, pretty cool stuff already. There's 3 of these. I bet one of them leads into, like, maybe a mob spawn or something like that. Not guaranteed, but it'll lead into some form of interesting cave system, which is pretty great for... Oh, again, another interesting cave system, which is pretty great for something you find literally next to spawn, and, you can hop down to in seconds from spawning. But as well as that, if you just head the tiniest bit to the north, like I already guessed, there is a mushroom biome. The rarest biome in Minecraft. It's guaranteed to spawn on this, seed, or almost guaranteed to spawn this seed, which is pretty darn nuts, especially to have one this close to spawn, this close to all the land around it. It's pretty strange, and also, it's a pretty big one too. So, yeah, that's the point I was just trying to raise, like, random seed, we just load it up right now, and it already has one of the rarest biomes in the game, but all those other things I just said, oh, a village, naturally generated structure, also just turned out to be true. So, here you can see, we've got ourselves a, spruce, it's actually a pretty nice spruce village, because it's right in the middle of the forest, which isn't something you usually find, and it has access to planters, it's got the church, and it's got a bunch of villages too. Pretty darn nice stuff. As well as that, we've got a desert over here, like I predicted, and not only, we've got this giant hole. Again, so as well as having all the interesting things and all the guaranteed stuff you really want, it also has access to some of the weird, glitchier stuff, like this giant hole in the ground, which seems to just take you all the way down to Y25, basically diamond layer. Oh, it goes all the way down to diamond layer, and, maybe there's even some diamonds found literally at surface in this thing. If not, there's some lapis at least in the wall there, which is, that's pretty nuts for a thing we randomly found on the first seed we check. Again, all of this will make a point later, so if you're like, Toycat, what point are you proving here? I'm confused. Just trust me and I say, this is a random live seed showcase, and as you can see, pretty darn amazing stuff for this. So, if we head further to the east of this, we find a ravine on the way to the second village, which, a pretty interesting little ravine, like, not too many reasons to go in there, but it's a weirdly shaped one that runs parallel to the river. I kind of like that, I guess. And then here's the second village. So the second village is a plains village. It contains a blacksmith chest, and the blacksmith chest has a chance of being really good, or containing lots and lots and lots of apples, as in this case, which is pretty interesting to say the least. If we head to the north, you saw there was already a third village, so there's not just one village, like I said, was of chance. There is 3 villages already, and this this third village is massive, contains, both a church and a blacksmith, and a bunch of planters, and the blacksmith might even be super rare and contain diamonds. It's going to be apples again, isn't it? Yep, lots and lots of apples, but also 2 pairs of iron leggings and a saddle, so that's pretty nice stuff for just the 3 villages from spawn. But like I already, predicted, somewhere else in the seed, there's going to be a snow biome, so as well as having the amazing biome diversity of mushroom biome, mega taiga, savanna, desert, I think there's some extreme hills nearby by there too. I reckon there'll also be some nice snow biomes, or, some other giant mixture in here, and if I'm not mistaken, we don't have snow, but we've got extreme hills covered in it, which is pretty darn nice and is, I guess it's a good alternative for now. But if we head further to the west, we'll probably run into that too. And here's a jungle, one of the other super rare biomes, with a jungle temple too. Again, one of the rarest structures in the game right now. I think this was actually me getting lucky, on top of the fact that the seed generator is good. But still, look at that. Free villages and a desert temple. Randomly off the first live seed, and as you're going to see, I went through the wrong one. As you're going to see in the random loot chest, we're going to find 2 bits of gold, so I guess that's kind of nice, as well as, way more than 2 bits of gold, so really good stuff to be found right there as well. And although I think it's really unlikely, we might also get lucky and find a second jungle temple in here. Again, I don't think it's going to happen, but maybe, just maybe. But yeah, as well as having a giant jungle biome with a jungle temple, we've also got this weird little thing where there's a tree generated onto nothing, which creates one of the highest points for a classic, non-amplified world at Y126, and this one's probably that too. Yep, Y126, all the way on top of the world, which is it's pretty rare for a classic-sized world, especially, this is something you can run without amplified, which is really, really quite interesting. So yeah, that's what you find in this little jungle. Not quite, there's nothing else that's too amazing here, but the fact that you get a jungle that's so high with this giant jungle temple just resting on the beach is it's pretty cool stuff, if you ask me. So as well as that, because there is this giant ocean, like I said before, the chance of you getting an ocean monument is significantly higher than it otherwise would be, which again, it's something like 1 in every 40, 50, it's not something you find all the time, but because it is this giant seed, we might just run into one if we're kind of lucky that way. But, we'll see that as we go along. Let's also look at the rest of the seed, where there's presumably going to be a big flat land of some form, something everyone wants in a seed, because plains biomes are guaranteed to spawn, some decent amount of the time, as well as a swamp, by the way, so add that to the pile of biomes, and like I predicted earlier, here is our snowy plains biome. Again, another really nice one, which then increases your chance of finding an igloo to quite some significant amount. So yeah, what is that already? This seed, just from the, I guess 2/3 that I've explored so far, I found a really decent mixture of rare biomes, mega taiga, mushroom biome, and the, as well as those other mixtures, but the mega taiga, the mushroom biome, and the jungle, with a jungle temple, with 3 different types of villages, and, with, the thing I just mentioned earlier, the snow-covered biome stuff. But then we've also got, if we head to the further kind of southwest side of the map, or southeast side of the map, we've then got, it doesn't look like there's too many interesting things going on here, but I guess a nice mountain with another giant whole ravine thing, so maybe that's your thing. Do you like your ravines? Because good news, you've got one here. And then you also got this little interesting 4-peak mountain here, which I think this is weird, and I want to do something with it, but it's not. Again, I don't really know what that is right now, but if you want to have I guess this is a flat area to build between 4 mountains, then this is the perfect place for that. So yeah, there you go. There's a live Seed Sunday over a seed I just saw live as you saw it too. What was the point in all of that then? What did I prove with that? Why is this amazing seed, proving any point? Surely it's just a pretty above average seed, right? So and although this isn't I'd say by itself, this is probably not perfect Seed Sunday quality. I'd say it matches a lot of Seed Sunday seeds in terms of what exactly you want from that. So why is that a problem? And how exactly do you fix that? Well, the problem is what I would usually try to do is there are tools actually online which can allow you to sort seeds about 10 times faster than you would by hand. So this thing where I go around the map and I fly around everything. What I usually do is I throw it into the program. Again, it's on chunk base, and I go through something like 500 seeds in the space of, let's call it, a couple of hours or something like that. Check through every single aspect of them. And then I take the best 5 or 10 of those, and I can go through in person and find the rest. However, the problem with using a blank seed is you can't use, the blank seeds in Minecraft console, you can't really import it in that way. So instead, the only, the best way to do it would probably be to, it means I can't do that faster sorting process, which basically means it takes 10 times as long to find a good seed by going through this method. But I think going forwards, and also, anyone else could take the seeds and claim they're theirs because they're just numbers. But I think in future that might have to be what I do, because again, it removes the ability to search 10 times faster. It removes the ability to, you know, search for any one thing in particular. You know, I can't search for just monuments. I just have to search random seeds and see what pops up. But I think they just massively increase quality. It's a good thing, again, for random players that are just popping in random seeds, but it means that if you want to find a particular seed, if you want to, again, because I know a lot of people enjoy searching by themselves too, it means trying to search for your own, you know, random named seed is just something you can't really do. So yeah, type in nothing, see what happens. That's what I'm going to have to do. It's going to take a lot more time, and I guess, you know, we'll see how Seed Sunday is affected. But over the next few weeks, I guess we'll be making the big switch from like, oh yeah, this is IVX Monument Cat, to, oh, this is just some random seed that I had to type in for the 500th time. And I think maybe the results of that will be good. Maybe the results is like, oh yeah, good news, we found the 11 village, you know, unicorn seed. Or like, oh, good news, we found a village with 6 monuments. So whatever it is, maybe that's possible. We'll have to wait and see. All I know is, like, if you want to improve your quality, you get like 100 times, you know, like, I guess you get like, not 100 times, but like, you get a seed that would be the top, like, 0.1% for normal seed every single time that you do this, and it just means it doesn't make sense to type in your own seed anymore. And that was a really long-winded way to say that. Hopefully you all enjoyed the live Seed Sunday regardless. Like it if you liked it, helps out the channel a lot, blah 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 blah. Share it if you really liked it, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'll see you all next time. I have a flight early tomorrow, so have a nice day everyone, and I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.